Let's play Pokemon. Pokemon Silva. Y'all, I seemingly can't do anything. I seemingly can't do anything else on this channel these days. I'm kind of having like a Pokemon moment that I can't quite shake off. Last time we streamed, previously on Pokemon Silver, we beat 2 gyms. We got gym number 2 and gym number 3 down. Since we did beat the gym, I was thinking of checking out the underground thing of the store to see if like I kind of triggered a story or like more access to that basement thingy. That's one of the first things that immediately came to mind for me to do. To see if I suddenly have more access to the basement of this building. I love that for you. I know. It was such a moment. Oh, there, I do have access to this. Oh, come on, Ultra Ball. Iconic. Legendary. I do want to get that one. Whoa, whoa, the stuff on the ground's junk. Take it if you want it. Okay, work. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna have access to everything. Unfortunately. I think this might be one of those things where I might have to come back here the more that I progress within the game. I'm assuming. Oh wait, was there anything on this side that I missed? Oh, I can't get there. I could be completely wrong. Which I oftentimes am. Which I oftentimes am wrong about stuff, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Completely fine. Let's go up. Let's go up. There's nothing else that I can really think of that we... Oh no, wait, the radio thing, right? The radio tower. Maybe something happened while I was at the gym. I forgot about that because Team Rocket was kind of overseeing it. Oh, I think they're not doing anything about it just yet. So this is the radio tower, okay. I don't think they're gonna do anything about this just yet. So I think we're just gonna go up. I think we're just gonna go up and see what's on this side, maybe? Hello? A strange tree is blocking the road. It wiggles around if you talk to it. I heard it became wild when someone watered it with a squirt bottle. Oh, come on, squirt bottle. Ooh. Excuse me, guy. Can you do a guy a favor? Can you take this Pokemon with mail to my friend? He's on Route 31. Okay. My pal's a chubby guy who snoozes all the time. You'll recognize him right away. You can't carry another Pokemon. Oh. Mana, not Squirt Bottle was your nickname in college. I'm screaming. Wait, where is that? What route did he say? Route 31. Where is that? Let me check my map, honey. Oh shit. Oh, we're going back. Oh shit, Route 31 is... Okay, that's pretty far. That's pretty far. Is it worth it, y'all? Do I get to keep the Pokemon? Is it worth it? Is it something that I should do, I guess? Ooh, there's some girlies here. Hold on. Let me make some time. Are you going to the gym? Me too. Girly, I already went. Unless she's talking about the next gym. In that case, maybe not. Maybe I haven't yet. maybe not so. We're just gonna beat up this Vulpix. We're just gonna have Blathers do some peck. Not that. These moves are so inconvenient. And also, you just fucked yourself in the ass by doing that. Sorry to say, you just flopped your chances at winning this battle. Sounds like someone got a degree in floppity floppin'. What is this? Oh, I couldn't win. Oh, mama, you were never gonna win. Listen, I'm gonna show my girlfriend I'm hot stuff. Lesbians? I don't think this is gonna be lesbians. You'd be so annoying as an NPC in this game. Maybe so. Maybe I'd be annoying as any NPCs in any games. If I lost to you, I would straight rage. Oh no! What does straight raging entail? Does it mean you would break a keyboard, you would throw something at the wall, you would scream, you would call me the F slur? What would what would straight rage look like? Because I've seen some scary displays of straight rage in the past that somehow have an active audience and people seem to enjoy what they do. You would scream, break the game, and then get your brawless wife to make you a sandwich while you double kill the bot lane. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I just got flashbacks from when that was on my timeline. Oof. I hate that a lot, and my ex was like that. People think it's a joke. Oh, trust me, I'm saying it like jokingly, but I've seen the clips. Not of your ex, I don't think, but I've seen the clips. Like, straight people are wildin' out there. Straight men in particular, they're wildin' out there. They're doing some shit that, like, literally anyone else wouldn't be able to get away with. Specifically cis, straight, hetero males. The things that literally anyone else that identifies in any other way wouldn't be able to get away with. I wish you would have lost for me. Not that. Not that. This is an opportunity for you to teach your girlfriend that sometimes people lose. My boyfriend's weak, so I can't rely on him. Oh no. She really fucking dragged this man. Right in front of, like, literally in front of him. Jesus. Straight people, am I right? Oh my god. Your friend likes to watch those rage videos, and you're like, these are grown folks acting like children. That's the one. You nailed it right on the head, though. Like, you hit that right on the head, because, like, white cis straight man on the internet fully act like children, and people eat that shit up. I do not understand. Oh my, you're so strong. like they fully have like temper tantrums. They will fully like say the most like immature shit. Like it's just like you can tell that there's people that exist in this world that have so much privilege that they never really had to grow up. And that's why they're still like mentally in like 2005. You know what I mean? Where they think like edgy humor is funny, or they think that saying slurs is like a personality trait. You know what I mean? I've been getting Pokemon data off of my radio. I think I'm good. Like, dude, you lost to a pair of underwear with eyes. Why did you break a keyboard? Literally. Literally that. Like, the amount of, like, privilege, the amount of, like, I don't even, like, it's such a thing where, like, I think societally, in our society, men just, specifically white man, they're kind of like always seen as boys. That whole thing of like boys will be boys kind of thing. And so like they kind of not they get away with doing stuff, but well, sometimes they do. Oftentimes they do actually. Spin, don't mock me. English is hard. But it's yes, they can be infantilized as a positive trait. It's not even infantilized. I think it's a thing where girls are seen as women the second they hit puberty, and they're expected to like learn how to take care of men, basically. They're you know what I mean? And then men, like, it's like women are always overestimated and men are always underestimated, if that makes sense. Like, it's normalized in our society for women to, like, the second, like, if they hit puberty at 12, they're already considered a woman in a lot of people's eyes, which is gross. And then if you're a man and you're like fully like 30 and you don't know how to take care of yourself in any way, in our society, it's like acceptable, you know? And like you'll have these like full ass grown man saying like these rotted ass things and be shocked at like the prospect of consequences, which is like where that entire hate at like cancel culture comes from, because it's like white men realizing that there is a chance that their actions could have consequences for once. It's a weird societal like dynamic that I feel like we still haven't broken out of. I think we are actively breaking out of it, but I don't think we have yet, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, absolutely, Mana. Like, literally. Like, not that long ago, like, my parents are... My mom is getting close to 60, right? Back when she was, like, a teenager, it was normal for people to drop out of school. Like, literally, both of my parents dropped out of school in 4th grade. Because that was, at the time, the norm. And they went to work. Both men and women did. Or I guess at the time, boys and girls. But while men were sent to, like, construction sites and, like, stuff like that. TM, I don't know. Women were sent to like people's houses to basically be their maids. And so like maybe, I don't know, maybe 50 years ago, I guess, you would fully like, it was fully normal for a rich person to have like a maid that's like what, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but it was like 10 years old, like 11 years old. Like what? Like that was in that I mean 50 years ago was not that long ago. You know what I mean? It wasn't that long ago. And it's like, what? But even like, I mean, I'm also speaking of from a perspective of my parents being from families that were like low income, so like they couldn't afford to send their kids to like higher education, which at the time I think 4th grade was like required, so that was as high as they were gonna go, right? But it's also that like that expectation at the time that like you had to contribute to your household at like 10 years old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no wonder a lot of people got pregnant like as soon as possible and got married as soon as possible, just so that they could get out of their households. And then you have a generation, which is like the generation, people that were born in like the 80s and then 90s, etc., that literally, you know, have like broken marriages and stuff like that because people were fully like marrying just to get out of like situations like that where like, you know, they were in control of their own money and they were in control of their own life and stuff like that. So like no wonder there's a lot of like generational bullshit within like a lot of people's households, especially in households with like lower income. Because like, and then there's resentment, you know? I know there's people in my generation even that like their parents every once in a while throw around the thing of like, oh, when I was your age, I was already married, I had a job, I had, you know what I mean? Like all of these like things that it's like, okay, but I'm like a teenager, you know what I mean? Like I vividly remember hearing stuff like that, not from my parents, I don't think. If I did, I blocked it out of my memory. But from like grandparents and from like, you know, people would have their parents sometimes say shit like that, or like relatives, like uncles and aunts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like, it's just like, and then you have people from those older generations be like, oh, you know, shit was fucked back then, and I'm fine. And it's like top 10 things you were not. Top 10 things that you were not. Top 10 people that were not fine and then raised people to not be fine in the process. But you know, it's, yeah, whatever, right? In my brain, 50 years ago is the 50s, but it's actually the 70s. Yeah, right? It's such a thing. Ooh, that was a jolt. I was walking to school barefoot in waist high snow at age 5 back in my day. Oh my god, the back in my day stuff is like, oof. I'm practicing my fire breathing. Oh, as one does. My mom your mom continuously tells you to not compare your life to hers because she had it different, even though it seems like she was at a disadvantage. Basically, we're breaking toxic societal norms as a generation, and broken societal norms break a system. We're basically having to restructure everything, which is why we're so jaded and experiencing a lot of difficulty. 100%. 100%. Like, we were watching something in the news. Ooh, Magmar. I love Magmar. We were watching something in the news not long ago that was like about, and like, tell me if this doesn't sound dystopian as fuck. Or I guess I already prefaced it like that, so y'all are gonna have like a skewed. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna say what it was. Back in like, I guess, when my parents were younger, they heard about this concept, right? And back in the day, it was seen as a good thing, right? And it had to do with, it was basically these towns that were built in and around like factories, built by one company. And this one company also were responsible for, they also had their own health related things. They had their own grocery related things. This company grew to a point where they were basically, or like what we would call like a monopoly, right? Not necessarily, I don't know if it was necessarily countrywide, but they would be what you would call like a monopoly, right? Like they were like a huge company here, and they had enough power to do that. And my parents were like, oh my god, this was the goal at the time. Like families that like lived in there, like had everything going on. Like they had school provided to them, they had health provided to them, food, all that stuff. And I was like, does that not sound oppressive though? And they were like, how so? And I was like, well, if you have a problem at work and you want to quit your job, you're not gonna have anywhere to live. You're gonna have to take your kids away from that school and move them to a different school that you're gonna have to pay for. You're gonna have to get a new doctor, and you're gonna have to, like, all of these things that were related to their job, which is like, and like basically you live where you work. And like the idea that like at the time people were basically brainwashed to believe that that was like a good thing, or like people that had that were like whatever. And I was like, no, that was not a good thing back then. Y'all were just led to believe that it was. But that's like very scary. Like if you're fired from your job, or if they're like, hey, do you want to, like, hey, you should work an extra hour, and you're like, I don't want to, and they're like, well, you can always leave and, you know, have to move houses, lose basically everything you have, and start fresh somewhere else. But you know, or you could just do an extra hour of work, not even accounting for other possible ways in which that system can get abused, right? So yeah. You've seen some people have theories that a good segment of boomers are undiagnosed neurodivergent, and they have neurodivergent children and abuse them because their parents didn't let. Yep, I absolutely believe that. And a lot of unchecked mental health, like a lot of unchecked, not mental health, a lot of unchecked mental illnesses, a lot of unchecked disabilities, a lot of unchecked neurodivergency. Absolutely. Absolutely. A 100%. That sounds so scary. Yeah, it sounds scary. It made me kind of sad because I was like, oh shit, that in a lot of ways that's kind of how it works in the US. Like in a lot of ways, if you lose your job, like, oh, I can't go to the doctor anymore, or like I don't have insurance for this and that and this and that. And I was just kind of like, oh shit, like that's outdated as fuck. And I feel like from the outside, I feel like some people look at the US as like this like gigantic country that may have their shit together. Maybe not so much anymore, because of the last few years. But I feel like, you know, me actually having friends that are from the US kind of gives me that perspective of like how, in a lot of ways, how outdated it is, right? Which makes a lot of sense because I'm pretty sure my dad was also autistic, and he would always get so annoyed when I would express autistic traits. Yup. Absolutely. I 100%. I've already told y'all, like, I don't want to put anyone's business out there, but I've had my own suspicions of my own parents having neurodivergence, like traits and symptoms and stuff of that nature. In that kind of place, you would, if you wanted to leave your job, you would basically have to move. Yeah, because it was basically like these towns were built basically for people to work. It was basically like glorified dorms. It was basically glorified dorms. But you know, you if you look at it from the perspective of a family that's like low income, for them that's the dream, like a stable job, a place to live, easy access to like food and medical attention and schooling. You know what I mean? Like I can totally see how like from families that were low income, that would be like the dream kind of thing. But you know, we all know that it was very capitalistic and not ideal for them. Like it was a power struggle. It was going to be a power struggle, you know what I mean? And like no one in that little piece that in the news like said anything negative about it, which was really weird. Cause like I was watching it and I was like, this is not a good thing. Like I was like, this is a monopoly mama. And like, this is scary. I was like, this is not good. I don't know why no one is saying anything negative about this. This is scary. Ow, I scorched the tip of my nose. Well, at least that was the only tip you scorched. Oh. Anyway. Wait, do I not have a... Oh, I can just use an antidote. Is burn gonna flash as well? Okay, work. Burn doesn't flash. I was just telling a friend how truly... I was just telling a friend how I truly was a bit petty when my mom noticed it was hard to get a job when she got let go because she always just thought it was so easy to get a job in your field. Right. Like whenever older people are just like, oh, just get a job. It's like, oh, wow, imagine. Right. Right. And I feel like older people also have that thing of like, oh, people are so picky. And it's like, I mean, yeah, like they don't want to be treated like shit and be paid shit and also not work in a thing that they don't either have like, you know, proficiency in or that they're not good at or that they don't like why can't people, like a lot of things like that I've been trying to kind of dismantle, like sometimes in just casual conversations with even my parents, right? Of like, you know, like this is not okay. And this is not a good thing, or... Because there's even a thing here where people get paid a like, I don't know what you would call it, in other parts of the world, but it's basically like, if you live alone or you're like a single parent and you don't have a job or whatever, you can apply to receive like money that's like not necessarily a salary, but it's like, is it a subsidy? Is that what you would call it? We kind of call it a subsidy. I forget what it's called in Portuguese even, because I'm talking in English now. I'm not even thinking. But whatever. It's supposed to be kind of like, you earn a certain amount of money and you're basically like, you don't have a job and whatever, like. And some people see that as a negative, and I'm like, people should be receiving money without a job. Like, people should be able to contribute to the economy, because then people complain that no, like the economy is broken or the economy, like the country is poor, and it's like, yeah, if more people had, you know, money, they would spend the money and therefore contribute to the system. And if everyone was taxed properly, then the companies would be able to continue business at a comfortable rate, and people would be able to live comfortably without having to have a job that they hate, or without being afraid of getting sick and all that stuff. And people just like, sometimes people are just like, they almost see it as like, what are you talking? You know what I mean? It's almost seen as like, what world do you live in? And I'm like, isn't that like, is that a bad thing? Like, why would you not want that? From their view, you're supposed to stay in a job for life, not look for something better or different. Absolutely. Because they endured a job that they hated, and they endured, you know, all of these things. And it's like, why would you want other people to go through the same? You know, like, why would you want your loved ones, people that you supposedly love, why would you want them to go through the same? Ooh, this is not good. This is not good. Your parents have 4 kids, had 4 kids by the time they were in their mid-20s. They couldn't necessarily be picky. Oh, 100%. 100%. I live for Gen Z just being willing to up and quit a job at any moment. I love that. I love that kind of energy. And like dismantling what it means to be a professional, you know? Because there's a lot of like internalized like racism and bigotry as far as like what's considered professional, right? So that's also like a whole other thing. Maybe I'm an old, but they got what they could get and didn't have a parent's house to fall back on after the not college they went to. Oh, absolutely. Like, I'm not saying, like, I think everyone just got handed a shitty deck of cards. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that. I'm not, like, trying to villainize the older generation. I'm just saying that, like, I think, and I think you get what I'm saying. But it's like, I think the older generation sometimes just keeps perpetuating that instead of like, because like my parents, for example, are parents that like, they don't care that like my brother lived here with us until he was like 30, and they don't care that I do the same. And a lot of people in Europe don't care. Like, there are people who live with their parents their whole life. Not something that I want personally, but that's like not a thing that's like frowned upon. However, there are people that have that thing of like, oh, when I was your age, I already had a job. What are you doing with your life or whatever? And so they kind of pressure their kids to move out and to follow the exact same steps that they did. And it's like, why would you want your kid to struggle? Why would you want your kid to endure a job that they hate? Why, you know, why wouldn't you want for your kids to have a more comfortable life than the one that you did, right? And unfortunately, I feel like there's definitely situations in which that's not really the case, you know? Capitalism is actively holding us back so much. There's so many things that could be automated or new technologies that could be developed if we didn't have to worry about having jobs available for everyone. I mean, honestly, like, if everyone could focus on the skills that they have or the things that they are more like inspired to do, or the things that they are naturally good at, and they could develop those skills and they could work on those skills and focus on those, like, things would be so much different, you know, in our society. But no, we have to force everyone to work, you know, at jobs that they hate, doing things that they hate, earning a shitty paycheck to keep them in that tax bracket. And the rich just are able to have all these like tax exemptions and all that stuff, when it's like, I was like, before I quit my job, I was privy to information about a grocery store that, we worked closely with. And they were like, beginning of the pandemic, people were already losing their jobs. Companies were already starting to close or fearing closing. And this company was fully profiting like 200 or 300%. And I was like, how come nobody, like no one, not a single person in the government is like, hey, maybe we should tax companies that are profiting way above normal so that we can use that money and give it to people that have to close their businesses due to the pandemic and people that lost their jobs due to the pandemic. Like, it's just shit. And like put more money and resources into the health, our health department and our hospitals and shit like that. And it's like, why did literally no one think of doing that? Like, why is it such a thing for like, oh, if a big company is earning that much money, then they deserve to keep it all to themselves? Like, why? Like, don't we all live in a society? Like, why can't we tax people who earn more money, more taxes, and tax less the people that are earning less money? And then we can, it all kind of balances each other out. Like, I feel like, I don't know, like, and people like are so like almost like brainwashed to that they're like, they don't even see that as like, yeah, that's a thing that should be a thing in our society. Like, they're just like, like they look at you like you have like 3 heads. Today's Tuesday. That means the bug catching contest is on today. The rules are simple. Using one of your Pokemon, catch a bug Pokemon to be judged. Would you like to give it a try? Oh. You have more than one Pokemon. You'll have to use Wooper, the first Pokemon in your party. Is that okay with you? Sure. Fine, we'll hold your other Pokemon while you compete. Oh. Here are the park balls for the contest. Can I keep them? Can I keep like the bug Pokemon that I catch here? The person who gets the strongest bug Pokemon is the winner. You have 20 minutes. If you run out of park balls, you're done. You can keep the last Pokemon you catch as your own. Ooh, go out and catch the strongest bug Pokemon you can find. Oh, fears. Oh my god. This is like the Safari, but like with only bugs. Onlybugs.com. No, let's not do that. No, run. I don't want a Kakuna. Your mom would rather you live with her than struggle to or be in need. Exactly. Like, I don't know why that's such a thing in so many places where people are like borderline kicked out of their own homes and be expected to get their shit together and stuff like that. It's like, ooh, shit, yes, give it to me. Ooh, I want a Scyther real bad. Scythers are so iconic. Is Scyther Gen 2? I forget. Is Scyther Gen 1 or 2? I feel like I've never had one in my team, regardless. Regardless of what gen it is. I also had a thing of like, I feel like I've talked about this before on stream where like, I hate the notion of working hard. It's like, why does work have to be hard? Just because like all the other generations behind us kind of had to work hard? Like, why can't someone just be like, oh, I had a breezy day at work? Like, why does work have to be miserable and hard and difficult and, you know, bad? When it moves, it leaves only a blur. If it hides in grass, its protective colors make it invisible. Ooh, I want to keep it. Wait, do I get to see? I forget what level it was. Well, Ooh, come on, Beedrill. No. Nar. Oh, come on, Wig. I think the other one I caught was level 13 as well, so we don't have to fight. Oh, I don't want to bite. Oh, I don't want to bite. I wish the game let you pick, though, like which Pokemon you wanted to keep from the ones that you caught. I think that could be cute. But I love having these conversations with y'all. I love that a game like Pokemon can bring such deep conversations with chat like this. Because it's conversations that like I feel like aren't had like enough, I guess. And not even that, I feel like, I don't know. I guess that's kind of it. It's like conversations that are not usually had, or not enough conversations like this. And even like, I don't know. I also feel like there's a little bit of an echo chamber situation, because the things that I'm talking about, y'all get, y'all grasp, you know what I mean? Like, I think we're all mainly, or I wouldn't say mainly, but we're all on the same page as far as like a lot of core things that we're talking about, right? But who knows? Maybe we can not necessarily change the minds of other people, but like open their minds to other perspectives, right? That may come across like a random ass Pokemon stream and be confronted with like other perspectives or with different realities rather than their own, and just be like, and kind of reflect a little bit, you know? Not in a good or a bad way, just, you know, just hearing different opinions and different thoughts and different outlooks on things. Yeah, I think I got the big one. I think I got the good one. I don't think we're gonna come across any other Pokemon that's gonna be like better or or anything of the sort. The question here is, am I willing to replace any of my current friends with Scyther? That's kind of the thing that I'm pondering a little bit. Is, am I willing to, and should I replace any of my current team members with a Scyther? I feel like I could. I think Bobby is kind of one that we have because it's cute, but not necessarily because it's like a valuable teammate, I guess. That sounds kind of bad, but you know. That's how I see it. Are there like other areas to this park that I'm unaware of? Oh, trash can. Oh, no items. I think the Pokemon devs once spoke out about how they put one item in one trash bag, in one trash can in Gen 1. And from then on, like, people checked every single trash can of every single Pokemon that came out afterwards. Because of that one decision that they did one time. And how that kind of shaped the way that people, like, saw their games. Or how they played their games, right? Game design, you know? We love it. Need to drink some water. Ooh, come on, Venonat. Nar. Sorry to say. Venonats are not ugly, but you know, I feel like after you get a Scyther, It's like, okay, what what else am I getting here? Like, it's not like I can get anything better, I feel. Once you've tasted the good goods, you're not gonna eat turds again. Or ever. Circling back to the turd conversation. Not the good goods. Well, there's a lot of flashing, I will say. A lot of unfortunate flashing, and not the fun and sexy kind of flashing. Not the fun and sexy kind, unfortunately. What are y'all up to on this day? Are y'all working? Are y'all relaxing? Are y'all also playing games? What are y'all up to? I would love to hear from you. Yes, you in the audience watching right now. Don't worry about it. I just picture you ordering more K-pop albums as you say that. You were playing TFT, but now you're trying to find something else to do. Ooh. Oh. What are you in the mood for? Are you gonna be playing another game? Are you gonna be watching something? Anything you've been putting off doing? Continuing my week off from work, playing Final Fantasy. Yes. Spitting some yarn. Gotta take a nap in a bit. Iconic. Ooh, a pincer. Ooh, do I want a pincer? I do prefer a scyther over a pincer. But it was good to see a different Pokemon. It was good to see a different Pokemon. You're trying so hard not to buy 17. Well. Possibly starting Ni no Kuni. Ooh. Getting back into growing up for a generation or two. I don't know if I'm familiar with growing up, but Ni no Kuni is great. I've never finished it, unfortunately, because my controller like broke at some point. Or like the game had, on PS3 at the time, the game had like a weird glitch where sometimes it would fuck up the controller. Or like the controller wouldn't work properly, or like something like that. And so, yeah, I feel like I kind of put it off for a while, and then when I got back into it, I think I either started from scratch or whatever, but I didn't. It was just one of those things like you make it so far in a game and then you stop for a while and then you're like, oh shit, I feel like it would just be best if I started from scratch. But then starting from scratch is like a whole thing as well. But Ni no Kuni is great. Ni no Kuni, in my opinion, is like what Pokemon, what I feel like what fans would love for Pokemon to be. I would love to see a Pokemon game that looks like and plays like a Ni no Kuni game, because it's basically like a creature collecting type game. But like, yeah, if you had the presentation of that with the with the gameplay of Pokemon as we know it, it would be great. Oh, I'm listening, Pants. I'm listening. You were told it's kingdom building? Which one are you playing? Because I haven't played the second one. So I don't know if the second one is kingdom building. But the first one definitely plays like a creature collecting type game. Um, yes, I'm switching. Oh, that's cute. You get to pick which one you want, actually. That's cute. Oh, fuck. I didn't heal. I didn't heal my girly. Can I just quit? Do I have really to withstand this for 20 minutes? They brought Monster Rancher back on Steam. Oh, is it out already? Work. I don't think I played the Monster Rancher games growing up, but I definitely saw the series. And I know that I knew that they were gonna put them back, but December 8th, work. I've never played. I don't think I did. I don't think I played any Monster Rancher games at the time. The show was fun though. I remember watching the show. Are you gonna be getting it, Mana? Lino has stolen all of my money specifically, as he should. That's fair. That's fair. I've definitely spent a lot of my money on BTS before. I was such a clown. The beginning of the pandemic, I was like, they had their ticket sales go live, like, I think in a week or like something. And they were like, oh, it's gonna be early sales for like whoever's in the fan, like, you know, the fan membership on Weavers. And I was like, okay, work. I'll get the membership surely by August or whatever the original date was. Surely by August it will be fine. Little did we know. 2 years later, we're still in this, but anyway. And I was like, sure, I'll get the membership. So I got the membership kit. And then a week later or whatever, whenever the tickets were supposed to I think whenever the tickets were supposed to go on sale for the dates that I was gonna buy, they canceled it. Or like they postponed the tour, so like they never opened sale for the dates that I was allegedly interested in. I think they did for some people. I think some people are still holding on to their tickets from back then in hopes that the tour is going to come back. And I think it should next year, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, such a clown that I thought somehow it was going to be fine within like later that year. I mean, I didn't know. Health experts didn't know either. A lot of health experts were like, oh, whenever the summer comes, it's gonna die because of the heat. Y'all remember that? Do y'all fucking remember, like, this was maybe April 2020? And fucking health experts were like, oh yeah, when the summer comes, it's gonna be fine. Because it's the heat. And people, and I was like, okay. Also, it's like across the world, summer doesn't happen at the same time everywhere. It's like in August, it's not summer everywhere in the world. So it's like, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what they were expecting. But yeah, can I just not? I'm tired of doing this on repeat. You would use music CDs to get monsters from them. Oh, iconic. It's your childhood, so more likely, yes. Oh, cute. The shit spiked. Yeah, we all know how that turned out. We all know how that turned out. I almost bought another thing, but told myself no. Ooh, iconic. You're cute. No, you. No, you. Excuse you. No, we. Okay, I'll take that. You still have 3 minutes left. Yes, I want to finish now. Okay, please wait at the north gate for the announcement of the winners. We will now judge the Pokemon you've caught. We have chosen the winners. Are you ready for this? Placing third was Bugcatcher Benny, who caught a Butterfree. Flop. Basic. Flop. Placing second was Picnicker Cindy, who caught a Butterfree. Wow, groundbreaking, a Butterfree. I love Butterfrees, but like, come on, let's talk about basic. This bug catching contest winner is Turd, who caught a Scyther. Ooh, it's me. The winning score was 371 points. Turd wins the #1 prize, a Sunstone. Ooh, sexy. Please join us for the next contest. We'll return the Pokemon we kept for you. Here you go. Give a nickname to the Scyther you received. Absolutely. Oh god, what are we naming it though? I was gonna name it Cypher after Final Fantasy VIII's. He's not like the villain of Final Fantasy VIII, but he's like, I guess, the anti-hero. And because, you know, Scyther, Cypher, very similar names. I think I'm gonna go with that. Where's the F? Revolutionary Girl Utena. I think Miss Thing is coming to I think they're putting her on Crunchyroll in good quality, I think. Your party's full, so the Pokemon was sent to your box. Oh, my box. Oh. Oh, my box. Oh. Do we want to replace anyone though? I think we could. The thing is, we already have a grass type and a flying type, so I feel like adding a flying bug type. I don't know if Scyther qualifies as a flying type, but it's definitely a bug type. Like, is that what we want? Is that what we want? I feel like I could happily replace Bobby with it, but I don't know if Cypher, the Scyther, will stay. Oh, my box? Oh. My box? Do you know what I mean? Oh, not withdraw. Deposit. Because, like, for now, Little Turd is not going anywhere. Because we need the rock/sand type. Areola's not going anywhere. Because grass. Blathers, we need a flying type. I think, for the time being, I guess. Bobby is like the one that, even though it's probably the cutest, well, Meep is right there. That I think we could replace. You know? These are the ones that we have that are kind of like on the sidelines. Sona? Who's Sona? Who is she? Wait, where am I? Their stats may be similar at first, however differences will become pronounced as the Pokemon grow. Where am I? Oh, come on, Iceberry. I did play League before, but I don't... It's been a long time. Not you overestimating my gaming reference repertoire. Okay, but honestly, where am I? Oh, okay. Okay. Wait, let me go back. I feel like I missed something. Oh, you can just like go in the park? Is this... Are they gonna fight me? The world of Pokemon is deep. There are still lots of things we don't know, but I know more than you do. Oh. Well then. Well then. This fucking brat. Schoolboy Jack. Excuse you. Not this fucking brat coming for me. Excuse you. Oh, I don't have anything good. Well, quick attack is not bad, but I do have a thing that I think Cypher could use. Maybe. I'm gonna have to think of like something to give to Mama Ruby. Because we are gonna do some Christmas shopping. I don't necessarily have to get whatever I'm gonna get her on Friday whenever we go out. But I do need I do need to think about it. She usually goes with like, you know, a book or something, but I feel like I want to give her something like more special. You know? Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. Have y'all started doing some holiday shopping and stuff? Or like Black Friday shopping? Because people are sure taking liberties with the definition of Black Friday. Because it started a long time ago. Like, people have started doing Black Friday promotions here like weeks ago. Oh yeah. I think Cypher should definitely be able to. Yep. Iconic. Yes, I delete. I delete Lear. Goodbye, Flop. Only flops use that. Do I get the same Pokemon in the tall grasses here? I'm assuming so. Oh, or not. A wild Hoot Hoot appeared. Oh, not a good idea to fight a flying type. But guess what, Mom? I have Meep Meep to protect Meep Me. I'm proud of that one. You can suck my ass if you have something to say about that joke. Listen, I'm proud of myself. That's all that matters. To me, that's all that matters. Printing out my Pokédex. You can also print out stuff. Oh. Oh. Listen, I had to do what I had to do at the gig, you know? That's all. Capitalism on my timeline? It's very, very likely, in fact. It's very, very likely. Listen. We all partake in it. That's okay. We all contribute to it. It's not our fault that our society is created the way that it is. We adore our Pokemon even if they dislike us. That's what being a fan is about. Okay. Oh my god, the tiny baby dressed as Pikachu. Oh. Oh, come on, Raichu. I don't know if this is a good fight for me to have, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Ooh, is it gonna be super effective? It sure is. Okay, work. Good to know, good to know. Guess what? Flop. I have a little turd for you that's gonna ruin your life. Just the littlest of turds, ready to ruin your career. Ooh, goodbye. Sounds like a flop is flopping. I really would be a very annoying rival in Pokemon if I was ever a character. My Pokemon. My Pokemon, my Pokemon. My Pokemon, my Pokemon. This is the mail I got from my daughter. It cheers me up. Print out mail by opening it by the... Opening, then pressing start. Okay, you know what we need to do? Let's ride. Hello, Flop. I run this girly over. Hello, why are you staring at me? Oh, a battle? Girl, please. I was not staring at you, girly. Please. I surely was not staring at you or those dead ends. I saw the ends and they were dead. Not that I have any room to say that, but it's not about me we're talking about. We're not, you know, mama. We're not talking about me, mama. We're not talking about me. Not that. Not the missing. It's the missing for me. God, there was a time... we may still live in a time in which that happens, but there was a time on twitch.tv where I couldn't go live and say some things without hearing, we love blank. Like, I was talking about, like, I don't know, like cutting my hair. We love a haircut. We love a Pokemon. We love dentures. Like, I don't know. Like, whatever the conversation that was had, right? It's like, oh no, I fully forgot that it was a Cubone. Well, looks like I made the right decision here. Oh god. Not Meep Meep. Well, bad decisions were made. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Even I, yes, even me, even I can have moments of being a flop. I don't like to admit it often, but even I can be a flop sometimes, you know? I just want to show the world that even icons can have flop eras. Just delete my account. Just throw it in the garbage. Just throw it in the trash. Throw it right in the trash. Okay. What now? Listen, I love Hoot Hoots. I do. I have a very special place in my heart for Hoot Hoots. But seeing them 80% of the time whenever I encounter a tall grass is not my favorite moment. It's not my favorite thing. You know? It's like the equivalent of like, oh my god, my dad does this all the time, where I'll be like, ooh, I like this item of food. And then he just gets me a bunch of it, or like not even like I love. Sometimes it's even just like, oh, that's a good thing. Like he asked me like, oh, I got this. Like, do you like it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then he just keeps getting it for me. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't hate it, but like, can we get something else? It's very that. Check out my bag. I printed out my favorites. Okay, they're really trying to push this printing propaganda upon me. They're really trying. They're really trying. Listen, printing was a big deal once. Printing papers, printing school projects, taking copies. Oh yes. Oh yes. Who used to on their breaks have to go to like the little I don't know what you would call it, like the printing area in your school and pay like 2 cents to get them to like take a copy of something that you needed for future reference or whatever. I think it was like 2 cents each copy or something like that. I don't even remember why we were taking copies of stuff. Yeah, I don't even remember. But alas, such a thing. I remember having to buy our school sold some like stationery kind like things, and having to buy floppy disks for like school projects. A moment. And mind you, CDs were a thing, but the standard, I guess, was floppy disks. So that was an interesting moment. I remember our PC had a CD, a DVD, maybe not a DVD, maybe. I think it had like 3 drives, one of which was a floppy disk drive. I remember for the longest time, PCs, like PC towers, fully included like a floppy disk thing. And now my drive, like my tower doesn't even have a CD drive. So you know. Because I didn't want to, I guess. I can always just get like a USB, like Blu-ray thingy or whatever, and I could just like plug it in if I ever feel the need to or something like that. It's like, when do you actively use CDs and or DVDs these days? At least not me. I'm very dependent on like I have literally everything online. Which is not a great thing, like for whenever like maybe you know your internet goes out or whatever, and then suddenly it's like you don't have really anything. Cause like you're on Netflix, you're on Spotify, you don't own any, well, I do own music as K-pop albums, but like you don't actively own music, you don't actively own media. And even if you do, a lot of it is also like you have to verify it online as well, right? What's this way? There's so much going on, y'all. I feel like I'm not gonna make any progress because I'm gonna be so overwhelmed by all the choices. I'll go anywhere if a bug Pokemon appear there. Oh, come on, bug catcher. We're all flops because we had to use floppy disks. I don't even remember how to use it. If I was presented with a floppy disk and I was presented with like a drive or anything, I feel like I would break it. I feel like I wouldn't know what to do with it. You know, just like quirky things like that. I am kind of like yearning or like tempted to just like have a day in which I just fully disconnect from the internet. Like I turn off the Wi-Fi on my phone, I unplug my Ethernet cable, and just see what happens. Like I'm very tempted to kind of do that for a day and just see what happens. Even though there's a part of me that's kind of scared of like what would happen for me mentally during that particular day. I see, so you battle that way. But I think it would be interesting to kind of do that. Do y'all ever like take breaks from like socials, or like you have moments where you fully disconnect from the internet? Because I really don't. And I think it's bad. I think it's bad. I don't think it's a good thing. Like, I catch myself, like, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna check Twitter anymore today. Like, little things like that. Or sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna open Twitch. Or whatever it might be. But I would say for the most part, I don't really partake in, like, that. And I feel like I would benefit from it. I don't even know when the last time, like, I took a break from, like, streaming. I don't remember. I remember I took, like, a week off at some point, but I don't remember when. And I don't remember how long it's been since. Well, I mean, if I don't remember when, I wouldn't know how long it's been. You're doing one right now? How has it been? How has it been? I would love to hear from your perspective. Oh my god, burpee. Hi, Jonas. I check my Facebook and Grindr, not Grindr, like 100 times a day. I feel that. I'm going to read your thoughts. Absolutely not. Not if I run you over with my bike. I'm that way with, not Facebook, God, with Twitter. I open Twitter, like, it's shameful how often I open Twitter. Like, I will have Twitter open in my second monitor, on my main monitor, and sometimes open it on my phone. Like, not all the time, but I catch myself being like, why am I opening Twitter on my phone when it's literally open in front of me? Like, it's such a thing. Tinder, I check it every once in a while. I do a little sweepy swipey, and then I don't get any matches, and then I just feel like a flop, and then I close the app. So there's that. I like it because it quiets my mind a lot more. I feel like a lot of my anxiety comes from social interactions, and being on social media is social interactions, but almost constantly. Also, I get that. I also read an article. I read an article once on the internet that equated intrusive thoughts with social media, and how social media can, I mean, listen, if you watch my streams often, you probably heard me talk about this discovery that I had, but how social media can very easily be like a literal representation of intrusive thoughts, right? You're just seeing like all these opinions, sometimes differing opinions, sometimes extreme opinions, sometimes like useless things, sometimes cursed things, blessed things, like just this amalgamation of things in front of you, like represented through text and images and videos, and how our brain isn't really equipped with that, or like our brain already kind of does that, and so social media kind of replicates that, but in like not really a physical form, but a digital form, I guess. The closest it can get to a physical form, I guess. So I can totally see how like disconnecting and can kind of quiet shit down a little bit and overwhelm you, like un-overwhelm you, I guess. Because I feel like, I don't know if this is your case, Mana, but I think for me, like, part of why sometimes I I consider taking a break from socials is that I feel like, oh, we're back where we were in the other thingy. I feel like part of it is wanting to be in the know, or like almost like FOMO, like not necessarily having an active fear of missing stuff out, but like wanting to be in the loop of things. And sometimes like I feel like not necessarily wanting to know everything, but like you're just kind of compelled to check it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm like, why am I like checking Twitter? Like I don't really care, like, you know, like about what's going on or whatever. But you just kind of catch yourself doing it. Like I don't know. I definitely want to do a thing where like, I use social media through like places like Buffer, where like you schedule posts and stuff like that, but not necessarily scroll through it. Or if I do scroll, like I limit it. I do wish that my browser, and I don't know if, let me know if this is a thing, but I wish there was a thing where like you could limit how long you use a website, and then there's like some sort of like cooldown before you can open the website again. Cause that would be fucking fierce. But I don't know how I would even look that up as far as like, you know, if it was like a browser extension or anything. Like I don't know how I would even look that up. I know that there's apps on your phone that restrict how much you do stuff and whatever, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like unless I'm in the toilet, I'm not actively like really using my phone. Unless it's TikTok. I do prefer to use TikTok on my phone because the browser version is not great. But yeah, because I also feel like, would I be more productive if I didn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, what would I be doing if I wasn't literally plugged into the internet all day, like literally sitting by this chair all day, right? What would I be doing? Would I still be sitting down but doing other things? Would I be more willing to like go out? Would I be more willing to do other things, like maybe productive things or adulting TM? You know what I mean? I do think about that, and I do think it's kind of ridiculous that I even think about it like that. Because it's like, I feel like it now that I said it out loud, it does sound kind of like obvious, and I feel like that's how a lot of people live their life. But I feel like the internet has been such a good place for me in so many ways, but obviously there's not so good things about it, that I'm kind of like, I don't know. I've always found the internet to be kind of like, not necessarily a safe space, but almost kind of like a retreat, an escape, you know, in a way. What kinds of Pokeballs do you use? Oh, we're getting personal at the gig. My biggest issue with social media is people feeling entitled to your availability. I'm very gated in my relationships in reality, but the internet makes relationships feels like they're supposed to progress quickly and stuff, but I don't believe so. So it's a way to remind myself that not everyone I interact is a friend or acquaintance or something. Like, people start to demand my time and energy because they expect it to be near instant and available, and I'm not even that way with friends I've had for 20 plus years. Right. I've recently kind of reevaluated my relationship with people on the internet, and like who I want to keep around and who I kind of want to disconnect from. And I will say it was very liberating. Like, there's still situations and maybe like people that I still come across that I'm like, I'm still fine-tuning my timeline. Like, I'm still kind of like unfollowing, muting, all of that stuff. But there's something very liberating about like being like, do I really want to keep tabs on this person? Do I really care what this person has to say? Am I really, you know what I mean? And even like reevaluating your relationship with people for me, I've also noticed that, like, am I following this person just because they're like on a stream team, or they used to be on a stream team with me, or because they followed me or I followed them and then the other person followed back, and then there's like this thing where like you don't want to break the mutual. Like I've recently kind of started like doing that, where I'm like, this relationship is one-sided. Like, this person never shows up for me the same way I show up for them, so why do I want to keep them around? There's people I don't mind having that with, because I'm like, I just like what they do. Like, I like their content. I'm not necessarily looking to be their friend, but there's definitely like weird kind of parasocially, not even parasocial, it's like a weird thing with like colleague meets friend, where like sometimes the lines blur a little bit, and sometimes it's like, does this person see me as a colleague because I follow them more because we're like colleagues and less because we're besties? Or sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes you think you're going to be friends with someone and then it's one-sided, or it's not really that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with reevaluating that, right? And being like, do I still want to follow this person? Do I still want to be mutuals with them? Like all of this stuff, right? And it has improved my relationship with social media a little bit, specifically with Twitter. I think with other platforms, I'm still kind of fine-tuning it. Because I literally, like, we were talking about this on stream once, and I literally, after stream, went through my Twitter, like, whoever I was following on Twitter, and I went from, like, 700 and something to 400 and something, which is still a lot of people, but a lot of them, it's, like, companies. Like, I'm following, like, Square Enix, Final Fantasy, Nintendo, GameSpot, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm also following, like, entities / companies and stores and, like, you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm trying to be friends or keeping tabs with like 400 people necessarily, but yeah. Yikes, not fast enough. Are you following the entity? Maybe not. Maybe I pretend not to see. That's Dead by Daylight, right? That's a DVD reference. That's the what snatches you up, right, in Dead by Daylight? Yeah, okay. Because I used to play Dead by Daylight, so I do remember some kind of terms and stuff. Snatch this I don't even know how to say that. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm scared. No, but I'm honestly, I will say I'm proud of you for stepping away the way you did. Because I know how like shit can feel, like you have to keep in tabs with everyone, or you have to have these relationships with people, or like you have to always be around, or all of that kind of stuff, right? I do have this weird thing with social media where like I'm pretty guarded about who I really interact with. Like there's people that I'm mutuals with that I feel like I never really comment under their stuff, or they, and vice versa, right? And it's not in a bad way. But you know, it just kind of happens too. Thanks to my studies, I'm ready for any Pokemon. I'll be the judge of that. I'll be the judge of that, Miss Thing. Oh, come on, Tangela. Miss Tangela is the moment, but not if Meep Meep can help it. Oh. Maybe a different move. Maybe not Thundershock? Maybe not Thundershock. Aw, Tangela was one of your faves for a hot second. Iconic. I don't think Tangela was like ever one of my faves, but I don't know. I feel like I didn't really live for her for a little bit, but now I kind of like, I don't necessarily like live for her, but I do recognize the iconic nature of it. I suppose. Come on, Thunder Wave. Ooh. Delete an older move, yes. Oh no, my essay is broken. When I was young, my mama told me when I was young, I always imagined being a Pokemon trainer with the strongest weak Pokemon. Like honey, in my head, no one could touch this ball of vines. Ah! I love that. I love that so much. Hi, Flop. Hello. Okay, so I can't get past this. Screeches. Listen. As you said, hi, Flop, I snorted so hard. I love doing that. Hi, Flop. To the point where, like, when I'm doing stuff with friends, sometimes in voice chats, I'm like, bye, Flops. I love it. I love it. What I was saying was, I tend to feel bad when I don't interact with everyone I want to, but there's too many of you bitches that I love and I can't interact with everyone, especially when I may have to work 3 to 5 days in a row, being available up to 15 to 16 hours a day, and having only enough time to eat and sleep at the hotel. Right, exactly, for sure. 100%. 100%. Okay, so there's nothing up here. Absolutely. Yeah, your time is for you. I love you, BB, but I'll see you in a week. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, isn't that what we do with like IRL friends? You know what I mean? It's like, isn't that what we do where we're like I have a friend, well, she lives across the country from me now, so I wouldn't say that, you know, I don't know. I feel like when you say IRL friend, it's like someone that you actively interact with in person often, but I guess that's not always the case. But anyway, like we keep in touch, like, yeah, we keep in touch. Sometimes it's like a month and like we just randomly send something to each other on like Instagram or something. But there's like not this like weird expectation to like constantly be messaging each other or anything, right? Okay, yeah, but how do I water it? Do you have the squirty squirts? Oh, you're better than Whitney. Do you know about that moving tree? If you wet it with a squirt bottle, it attacks. But since you have some badges, you should be okay. Okay, work. Give it to me now. Oh, iconic. Oh, bitch. We're catching a tree. We're catching a tree, bitch. Yes, we do. Yeah, for sure. But that's like the thing with the internet. People feel like they're entitled because it's more convenient and accessible to stay in touch. Well. Baby, sometimes I see my friends in person and the only word I say is hi, babe, and then we sit in silence and watch a movie. Yeah, literally. My ADHD makes it hard to actually speak with IRL friends. Like, ever since I started streaming, it's been hard to divert attention to actually send them a message if they aren't already on Twitter. Oh, for sure, it's like absolutely that thing of like out of sight, out of mind. I thought my game froze. Hi, turd. Our bicycle sales have gone through the roof. We owe it all to your advertising by riding around on our bicycle. As our way of saying thanks, please keep that bicycle. Thanks again. Click. Imagine if I had to fucking return it. Hi, Flop. It's a weird tree. Use squirt bottle. Do you have a squirty squirt? It's me, Squirty Squirt. Here at Squirty Squirts, we speak Latin. Oh, Peter. Oh, I'm screaming. I love y'all. The weird tree doesn't like the squirt bottle. The weird tree attacked. I want to catch this hoe. Sudowoodo. Oh, she's level 20. I'm afraid of killing it, so I'm not gonna use peck. I'm gonna use tackle. The fact that Sudowoodo's name is actually super smart, right? Honestly, Glenn, like as me growing up, Sudowoodo. Is that what that means? I thought it was like... I thought because it's a fighting type, I thought it was like some sort of like martial arts mixed with like wood. Which is a Friday night, if you ask me. No. Not that. It's a rock type. I thought it was a fighting type. Listen, I didn't play this game growing up. My cousins didn't trust me to play this. Pseudo wood is a petrified tree, aka rock. That's hot. Well, anyway, so, Blathers is a mistake, as we've learned. As we've learned, great. How about Areola? Miss Areola Grande. Not me picking Meep Meep on accident. Absolutely not. Areola. And that's how Sudowoodo became my favorite Pokemon for a year. Ah! I love that. I love that so much. Ooh, I'm afraid of killing it, so I'm just gonna use poison powder. Okay, but I was literally gonna talk about how a lot of these Pokemon names, as a non-English speaker growing up, fully went over my head for years. And when I say years, I mean decades. I mean 2021, me learning about Sudowoodo's name. Very that. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go with Little Turd, which we probably will replace with this new rock type, because we stand Sudowoodo. Although Little Turd does have like ground type moves that are like real good. Is it good to catch? Ooh, I have a great ball. Ooh, such a great ball. Ooh, so great. Ooh. Please catch it. Fuck.
no.
Now I only have regular balls. Oh no. I do have an ultra ball, which I might use as a last resort. Not little turd getting poisoned. Oh fuck, I'm using the ultra ball. I don't give a shit. I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. Absolutely not. Ooh. Oh my god. Sudowoodo, imitation. It disguises itself as a tree to avoid attack. It hates water, so it will disappear if it starts raining. Give a nickname to Sudowoodo? Absolutely. And we're naming it Glenn, Sudowoodo's #1 fan. I really did. Ooh. Oh wow, my team got destroyed. Oh, not the flashing. Not on my watch. Glenn really did a number on your team, as Glenn does. Whenever you come across Glenn, your life will never be the same. Just the same as us in-game Glenn. Oh, are we really gonna replace Little Turd? Oh, Little Turd will be missed. Can I just check? Aww, look at our friend. It is rock type. I fully did not know this. Rock throw, low kick. But it does have fighting moves, right? It does learn fighting moves. I'm pretty sure. Even though it's not a fighting type, right? Ooh, I think I am gonna replace Little Turd. Oh, the party is full. Okay. I deposit Little Turd. I just shit. I just shit in the box. I just drop a turd in the box. Okay, anyway, this is what happens when your Pokemons have such creative names. And then we put Glenn on our team. An icon, a legend, the moments. Nah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I remember when I was little, someone telling me about Pokemon Gold and Silver and how it was a Pokemon game, and I legit thought it was VR. And then I saw this and I was like, oh, aww, oh, Glenn. Oh. This icon. Oh. Am I gonna get banned? Oh my god, demonetized, banned, reported. I hate this. I love it so much. Oh, I love it so much. Oh. Just when you thought you couldn't love Glenn anymore. Any more than you already did. Oh, come on, roll out. Oh my god. Oh, come on, Glenn. Learning rollout. Let's do it. Let's terrorize the girls. Let's terrorize the girls with rollout. I'll get rid of Mimic. The way I've played this game so many times and being like, what are you talking about? Damn it, Ruby. Teehee. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. Okay, I remember there was another tree. Yes, there was. Oh my god, this is not doing well for my ADHD. I'm like, ooh, so many places opened up. Ooh, let me not at all focus on where to go. Not the Gussie. I don't even know what that's supposed to stand for, but I hate it. Not the Gussie. Not this, Wolfie. Not this. What is that emote? Is that a Farfetch'd? I have a lot of questions. I love animated emotes, but that one is certainly an emote. Mana. I'm gonna need to delete your account right this second. I hate it. I hate it so much. Banned from Twitch.tv live on air. Oh, you're going too, Wolfie. Oh, you too are going. I'm sending you both a cease and desist. Oh, this is fierce. A little shortcut. I'm yelling. Y'all really cursed my eyes with the words that you just said in my chat. Okay, work. I think I'm gonna go back up though. Because I think I can go now to the left of here, of this town, which I was unable to do before because of the tree being in the way, but now the tree is not in fact in the way. So we already healed at the center, so I think we can make our way there so I don't forget where we need to go. And we save the game. And we wrap up our journey for the day. Does that sound good? Does that sound good to the girls? I'll go right into this intersection where we found the icon, the legend themselves, Glenn. Y'all, thank you so much. This was great. This was a great stream. Excuse me, great conversations that we had. I'm having a blast with Pokemon Silver. This is probably, I don't know if this is the least eventful, like, part/episode, but we had fun. We had fun, and that's what matters at the end of the day, right? That's all that matters. Before I wrap up this video/stream, I would like to say thank you for those of you who made it this far. If you did, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching the YouTube version of this, and you made it this far, bless your soul. And also, feel free to click on that like button and that subscribe button. Listen, if you made it this far, it means that you enjoy me at least a little bit. So you probably will like upcoming content that I make and upload, right? That sounds valid and correct. Also consider supporting me on Ko-Fi, and this goes for the Twitch audience as well. It's a way in which you can tip me, you can become a monthly subscriber, you get a ton of perks, and one of which is actually a shout out at the end of my videos and streams. So special shout out to y'all, those of you who supported me over the last 30 days. So thank you so much to Smallzy, Kaijujubi, Mostly Batfly, Salika, Andara Cat, and Benjamin. Thank you so much. Y'all are iconic. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Ooh woo.